Alright, now what we're going to do is look at taking this big, huge, giant mesh and transferring it over to a map. Okay? So I'm going to turn off the other two. Just focus in on this one. What I like to do is jump into the front view. You can hit the space bar to do that, and then space bar up to the top or wherever your front view is, and space bar in. I wrote a fancy little script. I can hit Control 1 and it jumps in there, but that's just me. View, camera settings, resolution gate. Okay, what I'm going to do is stretch this fence out just by zooming into it and get it as close as I can to the outside edge of the screen. First off, I want to zoom in on this area because it's really bothering me what that is. What is that? It's a face, I think. There it is. Okay. There we go. So I'm just lining it up so there is a little gap between here, not much. And then I'm going to go into the render settings and turn on mental ray. Mental ray is not on, so window, settings and preferences, plugin manager. Mental ray is located here, Maya Timor. Close that out. Now you have mental ray. I'm going to put quality to production. Common. I'm going to go over here and turn this into a 2K square. And then hit close. Then I'll hit this button. This will take a second to render. Alright, once rendered, I'll drag it over here and go to View, Real Size. You must do that, or it won't capture the full res. File, Save Image, and I'm going to save this into my desktop, Chain Link DB, and it's going to be a TIFF 16. Chain link texture. Now the reason I had it as a TIFF 16 is because it really does a nice job with the alpha. I'll open this map up in Photoshop and show you what I mean. File, open, desktop. Alright, check that out. Ooh. Now I'm going to sharpen this a little bit. Filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. And I just did about 65%. Okay. And the alpha, you see is right here. That's what I mean by it having an alpha. Okay, I better sharpen that too, or it won't be right. So sharpen, smart sharpen. I'm going to leave it the same settings and hit OK. Alright. Now let's just save this back as a TGA. I keep all my maps in target format. Alpha channels. That way I can use them in-game. Now it didn't ask me about 32-bit. Oh, there it is. 32-bit. Let's go back to Maya. Turn that off. Hop back into my perspective view. Okay, I need a point of reference. There we go. I'm going to throw out a polyplane. And then we're going to take that polyplane and reduce it down by going over here. Went to the channel box. Click these two. Just highlight them. Middle mouse button, click and drag. Or you could just type 1 in. This thing already has UVs. Essentially, it's just one giant UV. So what I'm going to do is go Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade, and bring this map in here. Click and drag. Double click it. And over here, double click it, and it'll give you the real-time preview. Go to Lambert. Middle mouse button, click and drag this over to here, and choose default. Make sure it's default, or the transparency won't load. And then, what I'm going to do is middle mouse button, click and drag this over to the little tiny polyplane, which I'm going to make a lot bigger now. Okay, I'll rotate this to -90. Jump into my front view. And I'm going to line it up so it's actually got the mesh correct, not the map. Okay, so check this out. So the mesh is like this. And then I'm going to adjust the UVs to match. So right now it looks like this. Window, UV texture editor. So here's my UVs. What I'm going to do is take the top 2 UVs and bring it down. W on the keyboard. Bring that up. Alright, so there's my chain link fence. And once I go into high quality mode, you'll see it looks a lot better. Very contrasty, easy to read. I think it's upside down though. Yes, because the little Barbie things are supposed to be on the top. Perfect. And they're supposed to stick up a little bit. Alright, so now we have it reduced down to 507 faces from 500,000. But we still got to do the barbed wire. And we still have to make a couple reusable assets. Like what happens when I get a corner piece. Alright, so that's in starting the next video.